Liverpool have made a decisive move for the signing of Victor Osimhen. Liverpool made a name for themselves with their early season transfer moves. A midfield overhaul worth around £150 million has brought Klopp's team back to prominence. Old faces and an aging midfield were replaced by young and dynamic players. Although it is only the beginning of the season, they have already reaped the rewards both in Europe and in the Premier League. The new signings also stand out with their scoring contribution. The Reds seem to have largely completed their midfield overhaul, and now the focus is on defense and attack. Mohamed Salah's links with clubs in Saudi Arabia are frustrating Liverpool but are forcing them to work. A superstar from Italy has been on the agenda to replace the Egyptian, who is increasingly likely to leave the club in the upcoming summer transfer window. According to Italian sources, Liverpool are determined to sign Napoli striker Victor Osimhen. The Nigerian striker has a contract with the Serie A side until June 2025, and extension talks are currently stalled. According to the report, there is a big coldness between the player and club president Aurelio De Laurentiis, making it difficult for him to agree a new deal. Osimhen is said to be demanding a 100% increase on his current £4 million annual salary, which is a stumbling block for Napoli. On the other hand, the club's posts about Osimhen on their official social media accounts have made the goalscorer look more likely to leave the club. Moreover, his agent wants an easy and cheap release clause in the new contract. However, De Laurentiis insists on a valuation of over £174 million. Amid these developments, reports claim that Osimhen is considering a move to the Premier League. Liverpool are cited as front-runners to sign him, acting decisively with several direct contacts. The Merseyside Giants are determined to secure an early deal for the £104 million rated star should Napoli fail to renew his contract. Liverpool parted ways with Roberto Firmino last summer after his contract expired. The feeling of needing to sign an important striker remains, because next year the threat of Salah looms. Mohamed Salah was the subject of interest from Al Ittihad last summer. It was even reported that an offer of £150 million was made just days before the transfer window closed. However, the hierarchy rejected multiple offers, and Klopp was adamant that he stayed. The Saudi Pro League champions could come back for him at the end of the season, and there is a possibility that the Egyptian star may want to leave. In such a situation, Liverpool need to be well prepared, and they have identified Osimhen as the successor to their prized asset. Salah regularly contributes goals and assists for Liverpool from the right wing. As the club will struggle to find a replacement for Salah, bringing in a world-class striker like Osimhen in an early deal could be the best solution. Other than Salah, there are very few players in the team who can play on the right wing. Ben Doak is seen as his successor, but he is still very young and inexperienced. Harvey Elliott can play on the right wing, but Klopp likes to use him more in the midfield. Osimhen could therefore fill this gap. The Nigerian is only 24 years old and is an appetizing option for Klopp, as he is open to improvement. Osimhen stands out with his speed as well as his physique. He played against Liverpool in the Champions League last season and gave the defense a hard time. With his profile suitable for the Premier League, he will have no problem adapting. The Nigerian, who currently has a market value of €120 million according to Transfermarkt, has scored 6 goals in 8 appearances in the Italian league this season. Liverpool's lack of expensive signings may be a question mark, but considering Salah's high wages, this deal is looking increasingly likely. Liverpool's 20-year-old was absolutely everywhere against Toulouse. Liverpool midfielder Harvey Elliott was a real bright spot in last night's win over Toulouse. It was an extremely positive night for the Reds, who beat the French side 5-1 on Thursday evening. 5 different goalscorers and a couple of youngsters put on a show. With the likes of Luke Chambers and Callum Scanlon on the pitch, LFC TV commentator Gary Gillespie said the performance of another Liverpool youngster should not be overlooked. "I was very impressed with Harvey Elliott all night. I thought he worked hard, I thought he made some really nice touches, he brings a bit of spark, a bit of energy to the team," praised the former Reds player. Elliott looked positive, bright and full of energy against Toulouse, as he has all season. After his excellent performance in Saturday's derby against Everton, the 20-year-old deserved to start. And he did not disappoint Klopp. Over the past 18 months, Elliott has mostly been used as part of Jürgen Klopp's midfield trio. But last night, he returned to Mohamed Salah's place on the right flank. It was a reminder of the former Fulham youngster's versatility and, while not a Salah, Elliott showed how effective he can be in that role. At times it can be hard to remember that Liverpool's number 19 is only 20 years old. Elliott hasn't even been around since he was 15. Despite his age, the young man plays with great maturity. Having struggled a bit in his first full season in the first team last year, Elliott will have learned a lot. He probably could have sat and sulked after a season that didn't go as he expected. But instead the England U21 national team rolled up their sleeves and kept working. Given his obvious technical ability, Elliott's work rate is often overlooked. But thankfully his performance yesterday highlighted that. When you combine Harvey's technique with his determination to work hard for the team, you get a great player. Klopp says Salah continues to get better. Jürgen Klopp says Mohamed Salah has a physique that belies his age and an influence at Liverpool that continues to grow on and off the pitch. The extraordinary Salah scored the 43rd European goal of his Liverpool career in their 5-1 win over Toulouse on Thursday, setting another record. He is now the all-time top scorer in European competitions for an English club. Klopp admits that the 31-year-old has changed his game since the arrival of Darwin Núñez and the departure of Roberto Firmino. He insists the success of this adaptation is a testament to Salah's world-class talent. He's growing in his role for us in football and he's showing that maybe in general it's nice to enjoy the moment at the highest level and then move on again. Young Mohamed was a super fast player at Roma who could run at the back and play a role alongside Edin Dzeko. From his first day here he had to do different things, the Liverpool manager said. Salah has adapted extremely well to Liverpool, but that front row playmaker was probably more Bobby Firmino. Now it's a bit different. We have another fast player in attack, especially when Darwin plays. That has changed Salah's position. He's smart enough to adapt to all that and he's improved a lot since he arrived. He was world class in all phases and that's probably the best thing you can say about a player. Klopp added, "We appreciate him and when his career is over everyone will appreciate him even more because then you will say, wow, we saw something really special." While Saudi Arabia's interest in Salah is unlikely to end, Klopp believes the Egyptian can continue to develop at the highest level for a few more years at Liverpool. Off the pitch he behaves like a grown man, but beyond that he is still a young player, Klopp said.